Hi, I'm Patrick from Upcycle Mushrooms, and today I am introducing you to our best-selling grow kit on our website, and that's our Lion's Mane Mushroom Grow Kit. I've been growing Lion's Mane for many years now. I was doing it commercially from restaurants in and around Bristol for quite a number of years. And for me, this is one of the best cultivatable mushrooms that you can eat. I know lots of people would agree with me on this. It's a very interesting mushroom for so many reasons. Not only does it taste absolutely fantastic, it has a really interesting texture and a really interesting flavor as well, but it also has many potential medicinal properties as well. In this video, I'm going to cover exactly how to get the best out of our grow kit, showing you a step-by-step, easy to follow process of how to fruit your mushrooms and when to harvest your mushrooms as well. To begin, I'd like to just talk about our kits and what's inside it. We start the process out growing our mushroom cultures onto organic rye grain, which we source from UK farms. So we're trying to keep our carbon footprint to an absolute minimum by sourcing as locally as we possibly can for that ingredient. Once the culture's grown across our rye grain, we then mix that into the substrate bags, which is what you'll find on the inside of these kits. And inside that bag, we have a mixture of beech sawdust, which we try to source from as locally as possible. It's not always possible to get enough sawdust to meet the demand for the amount of kits that we need to produce, so we supplement that with some brought in sustainably sourced beech sawdust as well. We also add a few additional supplements as well, including some wheat bran, which again is also organic and is also sourced from within the UK. So in this way, we're trying to keep our carbon footprint to an absolute minimum. So Lion's Mane is this amazing looking, super rare mushroom, particularly in the UK anyway. I don't know if any of you have ever seen pictures of it online, but it's this very bizarre looking like white blob with tentacles that then hang down from it, and it's bizarre to look at. Now, if any of you ever get the chance to see this mushroom in the wild, please do not harvest this mushroom. It's actually illegal within the UK to harvest this mushroom because of how rare it is. And if you do find it, you really should report it to the British Mycology Society, and you can access and get hold of them through their Facebook page, or you can email them directly through their website as well. So for that reason alone, I'm really happy to be able to give you the chance to be able to grow your own Lion's Mane instead. And we can leave the really rare wild specimens to look at and marvel at how beautiful they are. The homegrown specimens are just as beautiful as well, so don't worry, you won't be missing out on anything. So as I said, Lion's Mane is this fantastic looking mushroom that will surprise anybody who has never witnessed it before. It's quite something to look at. And it tastes amazing too. I love eating this mushroom. It's so delicious. So the first time you try Lion's Mane, I'd really recommend trying it quite simply, just on some toast. It needs frying quite hard. You definitely don't want to let it go soggy when it's cooking. So when you do slice it up into some steaks and give it a good hard fry in so it goes really crispy on the outside, and it's absolutely delicious. Like, I can only describe the flavor as something close to lobster, or a very kind of like subtle seafood flavor to it, and it's delicious, I assure you. And for that reason, it makes a really great vegetarian or vegan alternative in any seafood, the kind of recipe that you might be considering to make. So for that reason alone, again, as a meat alternative, it's absolutely amazing. It also has an extremely high protein content, which really gives it that kind of umami, meaty texture as well. In fact, I think it's around about 22% protein, so it's an excellent meat alternative source, as we'll need to start cutting down our meat consumption in general. So as an alternative, this is a winner. So Lion's Mane also has some amazing potential medicinal properties as well. There's some research that's coming out in studies now that show that it has the potential for nerve growth factor, or NGF. And what it could be shown to do is that it increases the body's ability to produce new nerve endings. So there's been some studies being done in the US and particularly in Japan as well, where they're using lion's mane in quite high doses, dried in capsules, with people with conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's potentially showing that it can actually slow down the degradation of these really, really tragic conditions and diseases by triggering the body to produce more nerve endings. So in a way it can potentially give people a much better quality of life in the long run, or any people who are suffering from this. And it can also be taken as a preventative as well towards these kind of conditions. So you don't just need to have Alzheimer's or dementias to really reap the benefits from this mushroom. So in the description below, I'll put some links to some of these studies for you. Thanks for joining us on this video, and I hope you get the most out of your lion's mane growing kit. If you don't have one yet and you'd like to get one, I've put a link in the description to our shopfront where you can purchase them from. And I'd also like to offer you the opportunity to join our mailing list as well. We have a monthly newsletter with all kinds of promotions, offers, and we showcase different mushrooms. We talk about some of the studies of different mushrooms into the medicinal properties, and also just general scientific studies as well. And we also have a thriving Facebook community as well on our Facebook page, and I'm just starting a new group within that Facebook page where I'll be hoping to run some live sessions and a live Q&A as well, where you can join and ask me about any of your growing experiences, tips and tricks, things that you'd like to know about. Hopefully we'll be running the first one soon, but for more information about that you can find out more through our mailing list as well. I'd also like to introduce you to our new teaching platform, which is due to launch really soon, which is www.easymushroomgrowing.com, and on that platform I'll be showing much more in-depth ways of how to produce your own mushrooms, including how to make your own lion's mane blocks and all other manner of different mushroom growing experiences. So yeah, thanks again for joining us on this video, and hope to hear how your lion's mane mushroom growing experience goes. Thanks.